Look, first up, just a couple of issues of the day. First, we see today protest action by the CPSU and the CSU, and more worryingly, I think, for all Western Australians, we see the Nurses Union now escalating their industrial action to ban overtime, to ban additional shifts. This is all indicative of a state government that is failing to negotiate effectively with public sector workers in the state of Western Australia. This is a state government that has an enormous surplus. They have the opportunity to make sure that workers are properly recompensed, and as I've said many times, more importantly, they need to sit back and deal with the cultural issues that have been reported in both the police department and the health department. I also note recent statistics that have been published. Secondary school teacher vacancies in Western Australia are at the highest level since 2006. There are 175 vacancies. There are some here today who may remember in previous Labor governments when we simply did not have a teacher before every classroom. Teachers are now being placed under enormous stress because we do not have enough teachers in our classrooms. The federal budget, the Albanese Labor government federal budget, offers no solace for Western Australians. The opposition estimates that through bracket creep and through increases in energy, fuel and other costs, the average household in Australia will be over $2,000 worse off in the next year. That's an enormous pressure on households right across Australia, but an enormous pressure on households in Western Australia. That is why I am calling, and the opposition has called continually, for this McGowan Labor government to freeze the increases that they've applied to all fees and charges that households have to pay in this state. Households in Western Australia need cost of living pressure relief, and I think it's time. The McGowan government will be coming out with their mid-year review. I think it's time for them to stop and fundamentally review how they can provide additional cost of living pressure relief for households in Western Australia.